Hello everyone, my name is drgdsharma and you are watching English, and in this video we are going to explain some of the important common errors in English language. These errors are primarily based on vocabulary, and this video is basically useful for upcoming examinations of UPTGT, UPPGT, GIC lecturer and junior aided assistant teacher and many other competitions where English is asked. So let's start this video. The first ever question is, since the capital punishment was abandoned, the crime rate has increased. Now we have to find the error. So the error lies in this part, was abandoned. Abandoned is wrongly used here in this sentence. In its place, abolished should be used. Abandon is used to give up a plan, or an activity or attempt to do something. Plan or activity or attempt to do something without completing it. So बीच में से ही किसी चीज को छोड़ देना, किसी एक्टिविटी को, किसी प्लान को, this is called abandon. Like bad weather forced them to abandon this search. They could not complete the search because it was bad weather, and then they had to give up this plan. They had to give up the activity. So here in this sentence, abandoned is wrongly used. And as far as abolish is concerned, abolish means to remove a law or tradition or system by introducing something new, some new law, some new system in its place. So we abolish some established institution, established law, established system in order to bring some reform. So the old order or old system is abolished, and in its place we give a new place or a new law or a new system. So since the capital punishment means this was a law, and then since it was abolished, it was removed, the crime rate has increased ever since. So the increase in crime rate is just because of the removal of the capital punishment. So these two words, abolish and abandon, they look alike, but unless they are used judiciously, appropriately, they cannot give their desired effect. Next question. We were not able to stop laughing, and the error lies in were not able to. In its place, it should be could not stop, couldn't stop laughing. Actually, with the verbs of perception like see, hear, smell, feel, etc. These are verbs of perception, and the verbs of the mind like understand, decide, remember, or forget, etc. We use can or cannot, or could or could not, rather than is, am, are, was, were not able to. Is, am, are, was, were plus not plus able to is used for showing the capability, normal capability. I'm not able to go. You were not able to finish the work. With normal actions, we can use is, am, are, was, were plus not plus able to, or is, am, are, was, were plus able to. लेकिन see, hear, smell, feel, understand, decide, remember, these kind of verbs we use can or cannot, could or could not. We can have some more examples like I cannot hear you rather than I'm not able to hear you. I'm not able to read this. ये सही sentence हो सकता है. I'm not able to write it. He was not able to reach the place. So these normal actions can have is, am, are, was, were plus able to. But the verbs of the mind and verbs of perception, जितनी भी verbs of perception है, जितनी भी verbs of mind है, उन सब के साथ can और cannot, could और could not use किया जाता है. ऐसे ही I think I can smell something burning. So smell, hear, or I cannot forget the address. So forget, smell, hear, all these verbs are the verbs of perception or the verbs of mind. So were not able to should be replaced by could not stop. could not. Next question. The road to the airport was very busy and we were afraid to miss the plane. The error lies in this afraid to, and it should be replaced by afraid of. Afraid of and then missing. Of is always followed by ing form. Now why we are using afraid of instead of afraid to? We use afraid of doing something like when we are worried or anxious about doing something which might happen. We use afraid to do something when we are unwilling to do something which might happen. So you have to understand two things: when we are unwilling to do something and when we are worried about doing something. So when we are worried, when we are afraid, when we are worried, when we have fear of happening something, when we are anxious of doing something, we use afraid of plus doing. And when we are unwilling to do something, we are not desirous to do something, we use afraid to. Here in this sentence, the road to the airport was very busy. So we were anxious of missing the plane rather than we were unwilling to miss the plane. We were anxious, we were worried about missing the plane. Afraid to do something, एग्जाम्पल ले लेते हैं. डोंट बी afraid to ask for help. यहाँ पे afraid to ask means hesitant to ask or unwilling to ask. So when we are unwilling, when we are hesitant, we can also say hesitant or we hesitate. We always use afraid to. And when we are afraid, when we are worried, when we are anxious, so we use afraid of. Next question. After 1961, the consumption of cheese has increased each year. Here the error lies in after. It should be replaced with since. When we refer to a period that started in past and is still in continuation, so we always use since for the period that was started in past and is still in continuation. So वहाँ पर आप since use करोगे rather than after. After is used when one work is finished and the other work starts. लेकिन इस sentence में आप देखोगे since 1961 the consumption of cheese has increased. Means this consumption is started in 1961 and is still in continuation. We can take one more example like I have been teaching since 2005. So since 2005 means I started teaching in 2005 and I'm still doing the same activity, same profession. So we are using since rather than for or after. For is used when we are talking about period of time and here we are talking about point of time. This 1961 is point of time. So for the period we can say for the point of time. From the point of time that started in past and we are still doing the same thing. Next question. Education can aid us to understand our world. The error lies in aid us and it should be replaced with help. Aid is normally used as a noun only. Used usually as a noun. Like it is the government policy to provide aid to the homeless. Aid can also be used as a verb, but it is used to help recover or develop or grow something or somebody. So we can use aid as a verb also, but we'll have to consider one thing, that is when we are helping somebody to recover or develop or when we are helping something to grow. We can use aid as a verb like the country's economic recovery has been aided by the recent peace agreement. So एड यूज़ किया हमने वर्ब की तरह, लेकिन रिकवर करने में, हेल्प कर, डेवलप होने में और ग्रो करने में जो हेल्प करती है चीज़, उसके लिए आप एड एज अ वर्ब यूज़ कर सकते हो. इन अदर केसेस और इन अदर एरियाज और इन अदर मैटर्स वी यूज़ एड only as a noun. And here in this sentence, education can help us understand. We can help somebody understand something. So help is the correct word. Next question. I started to learn English with the aim to become a teacher. To become, or this infinitive is the wrong expression here. It should be replaced with of becoming, means of plus ing form. Infinitive is used for showing some aim, and here we have used aim already. So aim of something, like we have to use a gerund, aim of becoming a teacher. Or in other words, we can say that we always use with the aim of something. The entire phrase can be used separately in order to show the purpose of becoming or doing something. So I started to learn English with the aim. I had the aim of something or aim of doing something. So the correct expression will be aim of doing, aim of becoming a teacher. एम के बाद में टू बिकम और इन्फिनेटिव यूज किया जा सकता है, लेकिन वो किस कंडीशन में? व्हेन एम इज यूज्ड एज अ सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द सेंटेंस, लाइक माई एम इज टू बिकम अ टीचर। इन दोनों सेंटेंसेस को देख लीजिए। आई स्टार्टेड टू लर्न इंग्लिश विद द एम ऑफ बिकमिंग अ टीचर, या आई हैव एन एम ऑफ बिकमिंग अ टीचर, और माई एम इज टू बिकम अ टीचर. So when aim is used as a subject of the sentence and it is followed by the linking verb, so we can use to become और infinitive. लेकिन जब aim object की तरह यूज किया जा रहा है या फिर complement की तरह यूज किया जा रहा है, तो वहाँ पे आप एक non finite clause like of becoming a teacher just like आप यूज कर सकते हो. Next question. Finally, we got really worried and alarmed the local police. The error lies in this word alarmed, and it should be replaced with alerted. Alarm is used as a verb to make someone feel worried. Somebody feel worried about possible danger. When there is a danger of some earthquake or when there is a danger of some unforeseen event like a bomb blast, so we can alarm the people about their safety. We can alarm the people to evacuate the building or to vacate some place so that they can go to some safe place. So here you can use the word alarm as a verb, like we had to alarm the people in the wake of a possible bomb threat. So we wanted to make the people feel worried about that possible danger, that bomb blast. लेकिन इस सेंटेंस में इस तरह की कोई चीज़ नहीं है. Here we wanted to inform the people or inform the police. So we got really worried and alerted the local police, means we wanted to inform of some kind of possible danger. So giving information is one thing, and making somebody feel worried or alarming something about possible danger is another thing. We cannot use these two words interchangeably. So alert is used to inform somebody of possible danger so that they remain ready to deal with it. So police is always alerted about the possible situation. People are alarmed only to escape that situation, and people are alerted only to remain ready to deal with it. Next question. Every alive creature in the sea is affected by pollution. The mistake lies in this word alive. It should be replaced with living. Alive means not dead. He was seriously ill and is lucky to be alive. Living means alive now, alive presently, not dead presently. So here we mean every living creature, every presently alive creature, the creature which are alive currently, alive now or currently not dead. Example, he has no living relatives. The ants can eat any living creature that comes in their way. So living is currently alive and alive simply not dead. Next question. All of the young couples need a home of their own. The error lies in all of the young couples. It should be replaced with all young couples. And why it is so? In a general reference, all, most, every, some, etc. These are used as modifiers, adjectives. And in particular sense or reference, these all, most, every, some, etc. they are used as pronouns. And here in this sentence, we need all young couples. Means we are talking about general couples. Generally, young couples need a home of their own. We are not talking about some special couples or some different or exclusive couples. We are talking about all young couples. So these young couples are talked about in general reference. So all, most, every, some, these are used as modifiers. That is to say, they are used in front of the nouns directly. And here, when we refer to some particular case, so all, most, every, some, they are used as pronouns in the sense they will be used with of and then noun or noun phrase. Like most of the American I met were very friendly. So I'm talking about most of the Americans, not all Americans. I'm talking about particular reference. Only the people I met, or we can also say all of the Americans I met were very friendly. It means I'm talking about only those Americans I met. In both the cases, the reference is always exclusive or particular. That's why most and all they are used as pronouns. And when I refer to some common reference or general reference, so they will be used as modifiers only. Next question. She almost couldn't breathe. The error lies in almost couldn't and it should be replaced with could hardly. She could hardly breathe will be the correct statement. Almost is used in negative verb when something actually does happen. We use almost with negative verb when something does actually happen. And at the same time, there was a possibility that it would not happen, with the possibility of it's not happening. Example, the traffic was so heavy that she almost did not get here in time. So the traffic was heavy and then there was no possibility of her coming on time. However, she managed. So here in this situation we use almost. So almost is used with negative verbs. This is to be kept in mind very carefully. And it is when something actually happens, when there was no hope or there was no possibility of its happening. जहाँ पे जो चीज़ नहीं होने वाली थी बिल्कुल और वो लगभग हो गई, वहाँ पर नेगेटिव वर्ब्स के साथ ऑलमोस्ट यूज किया जाता है. हार्डली इज यूज्ड विद द मीनिंग only with great difficulty, to mean only with great difficulty. Moreover, it is never used with negative verb, used with positive verb only. Hardly is itself in negative sense. हार्डली नेगेटिव वर्ब के साथ कभी यूज नहीं होगी. ऑलमोस्ट जब भी यूज होगा वो वर्ब नेगेटिव वर्ब के साथ यूज हो सकता है. सो हार्डली टू मीन with great difficulty, when we are able to do something but with great difficulty. Example, she was so tired that she could hardly keep her eyes open. So that is all for now. I hope that this video helped you clear some of your doubts as far as common errors are concerned. So like this video and share it among your friends who are preparing for various examinations where English is asked. And if you have not subscribed to this channel so far, make it as a point to do it right now so that you keep receiving these videos at the earliest. We will come back very soon with yet another video taking some informative topic. Thanks for watching.